All right. So let's start with that. So no, you don't go out in there and bot your freaking traffic, Paper Matthew, because that's how you wind up in the shithole that your guys' accounts are in. Uh, YouTube does know the difference between bot traffic and real traffic, and you can get way more money with 200 real users than you can with 200,000 fake users. That's just a reality. The if you're running it as a business, you got to pay for your bills. Uh, Running fake, you know, the people who turn around and do the faking of the stuff are trying to fake it for other sponsors. You don't want to do that. If you guys are if for those who are out there, there's a whole bunch of people, gamers out there that, well, I don't look. I went out there and did, you guys, and some of you probably came in here because of the texting. I went out and sent out a text. Uh, that's when frickin' what's his nuts turned around and accuses me of botting. The But when we jumped up in traffic so quickly, YouTube switched servers on me, which has happened before. The Let's hope the people find the traffic. I don't want to go out there and spend that's an expensive thing. That cost me 2.5 cents per person to send out those texts. Because it's not like texting from your phone. I might be doing that here shortly. As I was saying before, and I'll do it then since it's now YouTube's got to bring up a new live stream. We've got a full-time programmer now, and there's going to be 4 or 5 pieces of tech that I'm going to bring to the gaming world that don't exist. Some of it has to do with the fact that YouTube is spilling off videos that are more than 15, 16 days old now, and they shouldn't be because they're relevant. But YouTube also has taken away since September of last year the notification bell. If you watch the content a lot, then they notify you. It's got nothing to do with whether or not you subscribed. The matter of fact, my subscriber is flattened out, like 50, 60 a month, since they did that notification change back in September. That's where numb nuts like, Paper Matthew talking about, going out and botting and shit like that. That won't do you any good. Matter of fact, it will damn sure kill you. I would like to get to the 10,000 threshold so that I can sell t-shirts. But because of the change they made last September, it's gotten harder to do. And it won't stay that way because of the new software we're going to be putting out here shortly. We're going to build a different kind of system because no one wants to give you their email or your stuff because they're afraid of spam. And I don't blame them. I don't think there's ever been, the notification system that we have. Let me show that. The one that I just went out and bonded on. Yeah. You know what? I'll show some insider stuff here. Let's, where the hell is, now I've lost my place. Let's go to here. Okay, so that's not what I want to do. Let's go to, all right. So just for Paper Matthew's sake, the program that I just launched a little bit of thing on was called One Signal, Paper Matthew. People who go to my website, something you don't have, so they can't go there. So you can't talk to them unless Google deems you worthy to have talked to them. You understand? You are at the mercy of Google where I am not. You want to know how I do this stuff? So we just sent out a blast to 3.6. And we get about 1%, about 100 people. Okay. Uh, the so the program's called One Signal. It works really well. Man, what the hell is up? Oh, putting down frickin' Paper Matthews bullshit. He's always fucking stirring up shit. Just comes in my stream, starts lying, trying to create distrust. He's probably part of that cabal of bullshit that goes on in my kingdom. We always got these liars running around. Uh, the what I was just showing was, I don't go out and buy. I don't go out and buy viewers. The you know, I the because I've got a website. You know, I've got people that want to be notified from me. That's an instant blast. That's when you get those little pop-up notifications on your phone and or your browser or your thing, and we can actually push to somebody that's on their computer where that little slide in comes from the side. You can select to do that kind of stuff, Tom, and that's why you have to do this thing. So part of what we're doing over in Rogers Raiders is I'm setting up the ability to give you a website the same as what mine is. And then more importantly, all the tools that we're going to start building in there, you're going to be able to push onto your website. I don't want to talk to your users. The reality is you talk to them differently. They like you for whatever reason they like you, and they don't like you for whatever reason they don't like you, which is the same with me. The fact that I have 60% of the market in the Guns of Glory is just because I honestly am talking to people over 40. The which the reason I'm doing that is those people tend to have jobs. The so I never target the 20-year-old. They don't make me any money. It's just like with Huawei coming out with another $20,000 a month offer. Uh, we turned them down. You can't trust them. They don't want any of the safety controls that I put in place to protect YouTubers. The last Huawei deal we did, we should have done somewhere around $1.3 million off the deal that I cut. In 6 days, we blew their budget, and they were screaming for the freaking doors. And then in order to make me happy and try to do business with me in the future, they had to pay everybody for the 90 days, and I forgone my fee. So it still cost them about $350,000, but they didn't like it. And even then, they cheated. I've long list of players who are upset. Am I on the wrong one? There we go. All right. And then I was also explaining to him things like, with only 20 viewers, I'm like, you got to understand the difference between concurrent viewers and the people who come in. Hold on. Oh, we don't want to be on that page. Glad to hide that. Man, I am having web weirdness tonight. I live in the, for those who are just for the first time, uh, I'm in southern New Mexico. New cell phone, fucking my band. New phones. The the Guns of Glory. Who's that? Who changed their name to that? Did I lose Wonky? You know the reason we went live tonight was because of Wonky. What the fuck? LD. Yeah, what the fuck, man? Yeah, well, Wonky has his problems with his freaking bandwidth all the time too. I don't know. Maybe he may have gone off the freaking live there to so we don't hear any bloody murder screams of two people going at it with razors or some shit. Wonky Wonky was having a KC fight with his girlfriend over shouts. It was hilarious. That's why we went live to our drinking party tonight. It's like if we're gonna have a freaking alley fight, we might as well be drinking. And well, you'll have to see what happened on the other live video, what happened to the other rest of this Fit the Whiskey. I promise you no movie magic was done there. I'm out of whiskey. I got a few beers in there. Here's the funny thing is I'll get more of a buzz from the beer than I will from freaking the whiskey. That's why we do the 4K videos now. Is because when you do that, a lot of people do that. It's about 21% of the market now. So we process everything in 4K, which is a tremendous freaking computer load. And then we upload those so that people that can do that, they can be on the game on their phone or their tablet, and they can put the YouTube video up on the TV, and they can see it clearly. But if I don't process it 4K, it's kind of grainy. You would think 1080p would be enough, but it's actually not. There's something. They say the words 1080p and 4K and things like that, but it's not the same. Like a 1080p on my TV of a TV show, crystal clear, but not a YouTube video. So what they call 1080p is different. There. Now I got the hiccups. So you guys see, this is the kind of crap that I got to go in here and do every time we start one of these frickin' streams. I got to go in there and redo all this stuff. Select a playlist. And do I have a live version? You guys don't know. I have a lot of lists to separate out videos. And I don't even know if that's a good idea or not. Because the guys who tell you what to think on YouTube, I've had to ignore their advice. Those guys with 1 million subscribers and like, if you want 1 million subscribers, you want 100,000 subscribers, here's how you do this. Well, they're wrong. Because like if you go to, now see, where'd Paper Matthew go? Because we were going to bring him in the live. Hey, Tom, want to come on the live? Can you speak English, Tom? I always hear you in German. I'll sit. Well, I don't actually play a lot of anything anymore, Tom. I've been trying to get out of the Guns of Glory video thing for a long time. But what I want to do is I want one German, one Russian, which is Dasha Ruby. I don't know if you know her. And then I got Shannon. And it shouldn't be hard to find a U.S.-based influencer for this topic, but it is because everybody wants to read the patch notes and say, pay me money. And it doesn't work that way. The audience wants to know why things work the way they work. And so I hired a full-time programmer for all the stuff that we're bringing up on the website. The new calculators are coming out here shortly. And the reason we haven't finished the Meat Shield calculator, guys, is when I brought in some of the new math for the March calculators, I really, bring up TeamSpeak. Yeah. Hold on. You know what, guys? I'm going to go down to the Rick James channel and bring you guys down there. All right. Okay. This is not a bloody secret, folks. So don't act like somebody's getting this inside information. because if you act like an ass or you blast music into my freaking TeamSpeak channel, I'll just ban you for fucking life. And it's not like a goddamn GOG ban. It fucking follows you out to other games. Uh, I've been live stream. And I'm about to change that anyway, because one of the things that we're going to do here shortly for the influencers, so that they can help you, the gamers, better, is we're going to give them turnkey websites like what I got, which are going to include their own personal TeamSpeak things so that they can do interviews and they can do this kind of stuff. And they can build a community of gamers around them talking about the games, because it's worked for me. Hold on, I gotta make sure I hide some information. Let me, and then I'll bring this up. Not what I planned on doing tonight, but we'll do it anyway. We'll see if we can get Tom up to snuff. Let's go Rogers Raiders. All right, so hide. So some inside baseball tonight, folks. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about why we do what we do for the people we do it at. 95% of the people are lurkers, okay? They will look and read. So the reason we don't hide anything that gets said in the forums and try and force people to sign up is, one, they don't trust it, okay? So they can't read what they want to read, because if they can't read what they want to read without giving me personal information they don't want to provide, like their email, then they'll just move on. But if we let them read what they want to read whenever they want to read it, they come back. So I don't even know what the stats are. Let me go here. I'm going to bring up my membership stats. This new member stats we've only had up since we brought in the new What's up, Dark? Dark, man, go get on TeamSpeak. Don't make me call you on the phone. I'll do it. I've seen me do it. Actually, I don't have the cell phone stuff tied into the show anymore. I'm gonna bring it back. Yeah. Okay. This is the information that Tom Vapor would be interested in. All right. Here, Tom. This is the last 6 weeks on Rogers Raiders. Okay. 1.7 million views, 1.6 million visits, and about 5,000 logins. Like I said, people read, they get what they want from it, and they move along. We're not trying to trap them. We just want to make sure they come back. So when we start providing more valuable information, the stuff that I charge $2 for, that's the logins. So it doesn't hard to extrapolate out the fact that I'm making, upwards of $10,000 a month just on logins. And that's why having proper tools is worthy of the money. Well, Jerry, I've had every single person tell me that it doesn't work. That meat shields don't work. Here's the difference, Jerry. I have one T12 March. The guys that are losing, they're losing to freaking stuff that cost me 10, 15 bucks. More importantly, there's a lot more to it than just building a troop quantity. While troop quantity does matter, there's a lot more to it. And that's not going to be told for free, man. We've made it so that if you want to go over there, spend the $2 and learn how to do it, and you want to do a printout or a PDF and send it to everybody, you can. We don't care. I don't care if you steal from me, but somebody's going to pay me for the data. I'm happy with the money we're making. We're really more trying to prove the principle than we are trying to do much of anything else. You know, if I can make $10,000 a month doing this, why isn't everybody else doing it? Everybody else says I'm wrong. And $10,000 a month is just the on-side. We still got stuff like, you know, the got them. That whiskey's really pulling down my voice, isn't it? We still got stuff like the Tommy Chong and the what's my soap, man? Dr. Squatch. I'm so sorry, Dr. Squatch guys. The Dr. Squatch guys have been absolutely great to me. I apologize. They are a great sponsor of the website, as well as Tommy Chong. Tommy Chong sells NanoCBD oil. The yeah, here's the thing. It cost me 200 hours worth of speed ups. Well, here, guys, let's go into the account. I was just starting to break down the testing that I did. I let my bubble drop. I had no defensive buff on, no offensive buff on, and all I had was my meat shield. And let's turn that off. And then let's go into my mail. All right. And it's not 1 March. Look at this. All right, guys. This is KR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. From guys that are pulling, you know, he's almost 10,000 top stat to my 8,900. Yeah, I mean, I got very little arrows on him. Okay. The point is, can you go up again? And you're talking from your perspective. Dark Mystic and, you know, even Paper Matthew are not playing in the meat of the game, are they? I'm never talking to you guys. You know why? Because you're not going to listen to me anyway. You're throwing when you buy every stat and you buy a crap load of troops, there is no mathematical fluctuation for me to deal with. The guy that I'm talking to is the guy who cannot afford what you're doing. While I had 10 million troops, I don't have 10 million T12s. All right? But I can take your hit 8 times before we even get to my 1 T12 march. So I can cherry pick. I can sit out in the forest, just take smacks over and over and over and over again. I bubbled before your mega hit, right? Are you hearing yourself? $4.99. Did I miss something? Did I miss somebody giving me money? Shit. Yeah. I just showed it. Fuck. You understand, I was asleep. Come in here randomly, grab a beer, saw you were attacking me, went and looked at the stats, and then bubbled. I didn't bubble before your mega, I just bubbled. But I want you to hear yourself. I bubbled before you mega rallied me with superior stats, March cap. I'm in a newer kingdom. I still don't even have a full airship, guys. That's damage numbers. So back to my point for the people that this matters for. You know, oh my gosh, you're trying to change the subject. Piss off. All right. So when we're talking about being able to take hits from a guy as big as me or as big as they're claiming to be, right? You know, the meat shielding works, but you've got to go watch the video that I made called Math and Other Fucking Problems. All right? Because it's not just the meat shield. It's about making a T3 look like a T8. So that we can talk, and then we're going to be coining new keywords for these troops. We're going to be talking about wooden troops, iron troops, and silver troops. And what I mean by that, and now we can go in here and look. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to go hit the train button, and I'm going to go down here to my T3s, right? Now, I keep 500,000 T3s right now compared to my 200. Now, I normally keep 250,000 T4s, but I lost 50,000 of them from these guys here, and they go, well, you didn't stick around for us to you didn't sit still long enough for us to beat you up massively, and we'll show you on hit number 9 because it was going to be a mega rally. Fuck you. I didn't sit still long enough for you to finally win? Is that really the argument you're trying to make? Holy shit. Only $2 to learn how to kick this guy's ass. You know, fucking spend the $2, man. Learn what you're fighting against. All right. So I had all my T6 and below were 250,000 troops. So I want you to see, like, we're right here, and we're looking at the T1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay? Now, my T3 layer is 500,000. Why? This is what he's not saying. So my T3 layer is what kills their 800,000 march. And I didn't lose any of those. But once we get through that, the T4s I started losing. I didn't lose any T5s, and I didn't lose any T6. Okay, but T3, when we go to train a T3, they don't use any iron and they don't use any silver. So they're a wooden troop. And so the T3 layer is my wooden firewall in the meat shield. And all these calculators are going to be redone. Like I said, I stopped building after the first 2. We never completed it because I realized I wasn't explaining it in a way that an R5 can explain to somebody how to use the tool or how important it is to use the tool so that they can defend themselves from a troll in the kingdom, or if they're a major coiner, by major coiner, let's say a semi-major coiner. They're not Dark Mystic. Dark Mystic is in a league by himself. That's a professional league. You cannot compare yourself to Escher, Dark Mystic. You know, these guys are playing a different game than we are. I'm nowhere in that league. Don't think for a second there is. I have to mathematically give myself an advantage to win against guys that are like that. All right. It's spending 10K a day. Red Leg, who are you? Idiot spending 10K a day bragging about how strong he is. Who are you referencing? You got to state who you're referencing, guys. Yeah, it damn sure ain't me. I can show my freaking mails. I think I spent $20 this week. Hell, I don't even have training, speed ups right now. I'm on freewheel. Oh, you're not actually putting. I don't know what that guy's a troll, so we'll just ignore him. So we'll keep explaining this. All right. First of all, I don't have a million T1s. It used to be. If you guys look at the old calculators, they're now the Kingdom of Avalon. Oh, he actually did give it up. Then Guns of Glory guy, man, I apologize. Thank you for that thing. All that money does go to military charities. I am going to start separating the channel for the military stuff as part of our workaround. Uh, well, it's, man, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, right? Look, there's always going to be somebody out there kicking my ass. I have been zeroed in this kingdom by guys with 2,000 stats above me for the last 6 months in every interkingdom event. I somehow seem to find all the C43, C44s, and C45s out of thin frickin' air when our kingdom shouldn't be matched up against them. Uh, so, but this is what I am spending my money on. That's, or more importantly, the website money, the $2 that people pay over there. This is where your money goes as I do this research. You're pooling your money so that we can do this stuff. So T3s are wooden because they take the maximum wood. They cost almost nothing to build. Now, here's the thing, and this is an insight to what the calculator's gonna tell you. All right, so we're gonna go over here to the artillery because we're talking about the arty meat shield. This is why I had to undo this, because you cannot do them in the separated mode that I was doing them. I was doing artillery, then distance, and I was going to do the other two. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. So I go to my light mortars, my T2s. I went right to them. All right. Why? The T2s are protecting my T3s, which are acting like T8s. Because of the math and other fucking problems video that I created that explains the difference between base stats and non-base stats. So for those of us who have to make a choice on what we're going to research today in our alliance and or our personal account, there's a reason we make these choices, and there's a reason we build the calculators. And you need to understand, an R5 needs to turn around and say, well, go use this calculator. Well, I just got zeroed. Did you do the other half? Did you empower that? So when I build up the new calculator, we're going to ask you some new questions about your account, and then we're going to do some more interpretive math for you when we build up the calculator for you. All right. So before I was getting your overall stats off your stat sheet, I need more information than that to be helpful to you, so that when you're making the decision about what speed ups you're burning this week, you make a more profitable decision. So if you're one of these guys who spends $20 a week on Wednesday to buy 2,000 speed ups, okay, $19 is what I got to spend. It's what I got to spend. It's my movie money. It's my entertainment dollar. Then we're going to show you what to build up so that at least during the no loss events, you can play in a completely different style. All right, so right now, I've got so many troops in my castle. All right, so now I've got big stats. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't, but that means tower to tower, I can hold my own. All right. When we're up against fair. All right, so let's look at our UAC right now. The loot and UAC needs to be updated. This is terrible. What's that? Oh God, dude. You get, yeah, we're like I said, I hired a full-time programmer. He got some of the I think he's gotten done the math that I needed him to get done this week. Uh the So hiring a full-time programmer, that's what we did with your first month. And you guys only know that I've only had the silver program up for a month or 6 weeks now. And so what I did with your guys' money is I hired somebody to help me get shit done faster, because I get sick. And this whole fucking week is gone. I slept more than 30 hours at a stretch. So it is what it is. So now I can at least leave instructions, get some guidance, and the work's still taking place. The We want to provide value. I like providing value. That makes me happy. The the so the T2 is protecting the T3s, and you'll notice on the calculator that the T3s in both in all three, the distance, infantry, and cavalry. We'll go into cavalry. Cavalry is actually very key. And a lot of people watch like Dark Mystic and Escher, and they see them use the cavalry march, and they can do it. Okay? I can't beat these motherfuckers in the goddamn, uh, what's that thing called? My gosh, my brain is just going blank this evening. Up here in the Musketeer Fort. See, now, I can think of it as I'm clicking on it. I can't beat him in there. I can't beat people. Matter of fact, let me go prove out that. Here's a 41. Let's see if we can find somebody with that. We don't know what he's got. Nope, that was a distance march. All right, so the cavalry, that was a really shitty march. Whatever the hell he had. The cavalry, my distance versus cavalry is losing 10% damage right off the top. That's from the interaction portion of it. The Blackbeard, Jacqueline cards, you guys saw on the live where I went around and zeroed all the towers really fast when I got my Blackbeard. Yeah, they nerfed that fucking card the next day. Because it was the best card in my damn bag at the time. And now we're back to Moppin and Prince combo being 30% better than my current 2-star combo that I'm using right now. Okay, so they patch, we patch, right? This is why we need the ability to change the back math of a calculator in real time. They're going to introduce something. We're going to go out and use it. We're going to see the results. I'm going to put some foundational math down, and fuck it all, 48 hours later, it's all going to change on us. What I don't want is for you, the user, to have to go over there and change everything you inputted for us, because it's a lot of numbers. We're going to have the ability for somebody like Dark Mystic or Escher or somebody else to go in there and put their own calculator in. And more specifically, for their team. So if they want to set up a whole bunch of calculators for their KVK team to use, they'll be able to do that. We're going to have a thing called umbrella accounts that's coming. All right. Look, guys, the $2 per month deal works for me. The math works for me. Matter of fact, it works so great that I'm ready to lower the price. But I can't, because I actually have to maintain that $2 minimum, or the credit card fees cost me more than what we go in the red because of credit card fees, because there's a base fee in the credit card, right? Not just a percentage, but there's a minimum 60 cents just because you used a credit card or you use PayPal. And then we got the percentage fees, and then I got to turn around, and there's people that may have referred you to me. I pay them for somebody sending you to me in an affiliate program, and then I want to pay the other YouTubers. When we find good YouTubers that are making good videos, I want them on the website. I want to pay them to be on the website, because YouTube's not paying them. All right. So I need teachers that I can pay. That's part of what we're doing there. So I was trying to find one. Here's a C42. Surely he's using it. Fuck. Beat him too. And because he's using, that's a shitty combo that he's got on his guards. You're praying for a crit that doesn't happen at the rate that they say it does, because that guard was overpowered originally. Then they nerfed him back. That was one of the first guards I saw nerfed in a hot patch. There's more people using that damn combo. Is that the same? It's like the same guy or some shit. What the hell? All right. The Mop and Prince combo is a real good combo though. Uh, this combo I'm using is not a good combo. My Mop and Prince is much more powerful. But this is about getting hits and putting some numbers in there, so that I can judge what we're doing. Because the difference is going to be my March recommendations, and then all these guys like that just came in here. What do you pay for on my? What do I pay for, or what do they pay for, Tom? Yeah, I gotta wait for the delay, guys. The basics of what they pay for is we have the event calculators. Hold on, I'll pull them up. The stuff you guys spread around in Excel spreadsheets and forget that the number of people in the rooms are limited. Again, Tom, you don't have a website. Yeah, the fees eat me up. Oh, thanks for putting me back on track there, Rachel. Okay, so I'm going to make it so that like there's going to be a thing we're going to be swapping up the membership software again because I'm going to build these umbrella accounts. So for like what comes down to 60 cents a person, one person can buy it. There's no YouTube videos on a page. That's all free, Tom. Tom, you gotta pull back on the douchebag. I'm gonna give you the best business advice that's ever been given. You do not gain viewers by trashing your competition. All right? You guys got all butthurt when I turned around and pointed out I cannot give you traffic while you're doing things the way you do them. I need you to teach people how to play, teach people how to grow. You're not doing it. You want your videos on my website, Tom, they could be there tomorrow. But the problem I have with Tom Vapor's YouTube show is your misuse of keywords. You love to keyword spam, and it gets a lot of views up front, but you have no longevity with it. And I don't want to refer people to improper keywording. You've got to be okay with only getting 200 views so that the 200 people that were looking for what it was you built are happy with what you built. You can't turn around and try and make every video 20,000 views by keyword stuffing it. You have to be okay with relevant. This is the problem that I see with all gaming influencers, Tom, and not just the ones in this little sphere. Is they're so keyed in, dead man focused on that view count. And then when Huawei come around and says, well, your view count ain't all that big, what the hell? And then they went, holy crap. Now I get a box full of emails. How do I get your $1,000 a month customers? Because I have $1,000 a month customers. Well, I think the one that sticks in my mind on Tom Vapors, because I don't watch these guys, was he had this one where like how to get 7,000 top stats for free or something like that. You know, it suckered me in. I clicked on the video, but it was clickbait. So it's about title spamming, and you know, look, it's short-lived. So, and then you can't use the same keywords over and over and over and over and over again, because then Yeah, good for you, man. Uh, you can't use the same keywords over and over and over again because you're diluting yourself. And then I have a unique problem that these guys don't have, right? Uh, I am the lead on the market. There's no one for me to turn around and get traffic from. You know, it's called the browse feature in YouTube. So if your video is playing this next suggested video, it's one of the more powerful things in YouTube. Yeah, I don't get that privilege. I get no traffic from browse. Well, I get about 30% of my traffic from browse. But my largest traffic generator for YouTube is Rogers Rader's website. I send more traffic to YouTube from the website than Google does. Because when we're talking about something, it's usually new, there's no keyword relevancy, there's no market for me to sponge off of, and the users don't know what they're asking for. So like I just said, I just coined 3 new keywords: wooden troops, iron troops, silver troops. All right. That's going to allow somebody that wants to start teaching someone how to build an account to break down the troops into the 3 different firewall layers. Okay. See, if I just wanted to keep the market all to myself, fuck it. I'll just use the same keywords over and over again and fuck you guys. But that's not good for the users. Oh, I don't do shit, man. I don't. You gotta understand, I don't. Guys, I do very little playing. I do a lot of testing, and you can't use the fort to test. Uh, the fort is not relevant testing. It never has been. It doesn't correlate to real life. It's like half PVE, half PvP, and I don't use fort data. So yeah, if you say because I don't use the spirit mines anymore because there's a relevant drop off there. And right now, my 2 best distance guards is Prince and Moppin by 30%. Kobe, it's a big number. And even then, this is what I was getting at in the fort was, and I don't even have these guards filled out yet. So I've been playing. I play all day, every day, and look at the 2 guards I don't have done. Milady de Winter. Is that her? Yes. Okay. She is so powerful because she goes multiple rounds. That's her power. No. And then Gaston. Those 2 are a powerful cavalry guard combination. I can't beat those. These guys can be 2,000 top stats below me. I can be green arrow on everything, and that guard combo with a distance march, hard to beat. Very rarely do I do it. And it's because of the multiple layers of rounds. This is what gets into a hidden math around math. Everybody looks at the troop stats on the surface, right? And that's what the guys are like, oh, your stats aren't all that great. I'm like, it's not about the stats. It's about the math. The stats are only a small portion of the math. That math is multiple rounds. They don't talk about that. And that is not something wrong with your audio, guys. That's what's wrong with my voice. If you missed out a little earlier, I kind of polished off a bottle of whiskey. Well, that's what we're doing on the website differently. That's what's under the pay layer. Is we're building that out. So like, hold on, let me get here. And because it's so complicated, Kobe, you cannot, I don't even want to try to explain it to people because only a few guys understand what I'm talking about. And even then they want to argue every little minute point, including the ones that don't matter. I've been successfully doing this for 3 years. The fact that I've been successfully doing it for 3 years doesn't seem to matter to anybody. It's what have you done for me in the last 48 hours. So what's coming up here is this march right here. All right. So each one of these hashtags here, these double hashtags, is an entire math set of scripts. No, I cannot. Infantry is still fucked. No, I should be able to. Infantry should have a 10% damage advantage over the cavalry. On paper, I should be able to beat it with an infantry march, and no, I cannot. My distance march is still stronger than my cavalry march, trying to beat it, only because my distance guards are 30% stronger than my infantry guards. What it looks like to me is all the guys who do spend $5,000-$10,000 a month on the game don't want to change their shit. They don't want to learn new shit. What gets sent to me in my mailbox is the stores saying, hey, how can I get a hold of your $1,000 a month customers? I don't give a fuck about $1,000 a month customers. They are not the fat end of the market. I'm going to make way more money off the guy that spends $20 a week playing this game than I ever off a guy who spends $1,000 a month. I know that. This is about the market we're doing there. So the 1.4, 1.5 million who came in here last month, see, there's 630 people on there now. Only 2 people logged in. They don't need to log in. You can go to the forums for free. You can go look at my little top raters list. If you guys don't know, I got a little top raters list, and I'm rarely at the top of it. Hell, I'm down here number 12 or something. And guys look at this, and they see these guys with these 200 numbers when I got like 113, and you just saw my stats. And I can tell you right now, whoever M is, he's not cheating. Those are his real numbers. Because I was looking for people that were cheating my little power list. I generate an artificial power number in order to determine how to balance your march out. Okay? And that artificially generated power number is going to change with some time. I have to be able to determine from an unknown number your possible capabilities based on laws of average of the game. And this top raters list, this number that you get over here when you put your stats in, I generate this number, and then that number is how I'm powering up my calculator. Because the calculator is fucking complicated. So when we get over here to this march, so our first march here, where you can see right now the march is going to be 2 tiers, not just 1 tier. But more importantly, we're going to be looking at your war books. We're going to be looking at your base stat damage. We're going to be looking at your 5th talent talent modifications, because actually it changes from guard to guard. So we have to put a weighted number into certain guards and not others. So that when you go in there and check it. And then I want the ability for somebody like Dark Mystic or Escher or somebody like that to come in here and say, okay, I'm tired of my team not knowing what I want them to do. And I'm going to create my 8 marches, and I'm going to tell my team what the march number is. And so first I got to build my marches, which is what people are paying for. I'm the face. And then whether they're right or wrong doesn't matter. I'm going to let the people that are against me put their marches in. If Tom Vapor wants to come over here and create a march and tell everybody, but I built a better march than GunMuse, and here it is, go for it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't mind somebody proving me wrong. I mind people telling me I'm wrong. If you can prove me wrong, I will change my fucking thinking in an instant, because I don't want to be wrong. I'll join the winning team. Gladly, like a whore. Woo, baby, I love you too. I don't think they're gonna, Kobe. This is what I was getting to, or was alluding to. Are they gonna nerf? I got to repeat these questions because a lot of people listen to me like a podcast on these lives. Uh, it's weird. But people went ape shit when I started taking the lives down after they were done, after we were done with them. So are they gonna nerf the cavalry so that the infantry can beat it? That's what they brought the 2 new guards out for. What they need to do is buff up the 2 new guards. Because at 3 stars on the... Okay, hold on. Let me get over in here in the game. All right, so let's go look at my number 2 march, I think it is. Formation settings. No, that's not what I want to do. What the fuck? That's not right. Hold on. I got to reboot this. That's right. Where's my freaking formations? I'm using the deck system now. The downfall of the deck system is you can't run macros or any of that stuff that you can run on the BlueStacks like that I used to recommend. But man, it's so much better, especially for me because I can use this mouse thing because I can't. The arthritis in my hands is so fucking bad. I'm never gonna be a top end gamer anymore. And for the same reason, I can't shoot competition anymore. How fast you can do this matters. Uh, so I can't do that. The What the hell? I did drink a bunch of whiskey. Am I missing something here, Skippy? Are you watching? All right, guys. Where's my formation buttons? Oh, fuck me. This is why you shouldn't YouTube drunk. Right there, right? Don't YouTube drunk. What the fuck's this guy know? Well, he knows that whiskey's empty. That's about all I know. Fucking dude, this is why I don't do this shit drunk. That's probably the most I've ever drank on air, though. That's for sure. All right. So infantry, right? Using these 2 guards together is beneficial. All right. And in this, her on the left, him on the right, I haven't finished building him up because I got sidetracked with my Blackbeard Jacqueline stuff. And I'm not spending money on this stuff. So one of the reasons I need to know how long does it take you to build up your stuff in a semi-free fashion. So I pay attention to that. That's the way I'm providing the people who come to the website relevant information. It's not about how to drop 16 grand on an account. I showed that. And quite frankly, I think more people were mad that I did that than were mad when I killed them with it. But it was about getting Kingdom Fight. Oh yeah, Prince and Duke on PvE are still awesome. All right. I am using my Blackbeard Jacqueline on the threat, and I'm pulling what 1.3, 1.4 billion, something like that. So I'm not the 2.1 billion numbers that some people are. The Yeah, 1.4. Just out of curiosity. bookmarks. Yeah, I don't think any of these trolls are going to be in this kingdom right now. Look at that. Half their lines is all bubbled. Hold on. I know, right? I'm sorry, guys. That's like the stupid brain short. But I mean, if you, it won't be on this live video, but because I had a service connection disruption. You go to the one that live just before this, and you'll see that this was full when I started. Plus, I had to take a codeine pill. My shoulder feels like somebody shoved a screwdriver through it, and it's been that way for 3 years. It's the number one reason I can't sleep for shit. And it's not just my shoulder that hurts. I mean, just like almost every bit of my skin feels like it's on fire all the time. I've got the worst fibromyalgia you ever seen. All right. So I'm looking at that trolling situation. So yeah, that's just sorry about that. Excuse the brain farts. They are what they are. Okay. So they don't come on for another hour. You know what? I just upgraded my. Get more. Because I don't have all that much gold. I can't be blowing the gold on that shit. Actually, I had like 100. Good. He just saw me switch gear. He thinks he's gonna catch me. I fucking, hey, Lost King, I will stay in my fucking research gear right now if you'll hit me. Come at it, big boy. Love you long time. Go throw a T12 march at me real quick. Bring it on. Yeah. All right. So, did find out you do have to get that Academy 41 for some of the new research. For those of us who were zooming past certain layers. Pac-Man, what's going on? Been a long time. Well, I brought it back up, but man, YouTube changes the damn. Facebook and the other one don't change the stream numbers, but YouTube changes my stream numbers when we connect up, which I don't like. There should be a dedicated live capability in YouTube, but there's not, because then you'd be able to promote it, but YouTube's got so much stuff built in there because of the fakers, right? You can go out. If I wanted 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, it would cost me $15. Okay, but YouTube won't make them go away if I bought fake subscribers, but they will. Whoa, the rooms is spinning here. Hold on. They will penalize me for having bought them. So we don't do that. We don't do it for a couple reasons. One, the big main reason is if I had a bunch of fake viewers, then I don't know what's real. So I don't know. I'm not able to be critical of myself. You can't go in there and fake that crap and then be critical of yourself, and you can't grow if you're not critical of yourself. A lot of what we're doing on the website is basically, I first started with the new calculators, and then when I looked at them, I went, shit, I can do better. And then I started building a better one, and I went, fuck, I can do better than that. And so I started doing better than that. And it slowed me down a little bit because, as we're showing here, all these little hashtags are each individual scripts to determine certain amounts of stuff. And what the beauty of this is going to wind up being is for the guy who doesn't understand their account, I'm going to have, if you would put this war book here, of course, but if you would add these war books, that same March will become X amount more powerful. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm getting the hiccups again. So, I'm out of whiskey. The bottle's empty, baby. I got to go to the store. Let me get my keys. I'll be right back. The oh, hold on. Oh my God. Now we got some spinning going on. This is awesome. Let me get a water in me. And holy shit. I don't want to make too many of these get up trips here. Whoa. I'm going to have to put handrails in here. What the fuck? Nah. Yeah, somebody did. We went down a little bit earlier. I mean, somebody will at some point, right? You guys need to go fuck with 177. Anybody from 177 in the audience? Yeah. Oh, 4 billion is bigger than anything I've ever seen. The biggest I'd seen to date was like 2.5 billion. Who just came in? Yeah, Rochambeau, what's up, man? Well, you got a lot of catching up if you're going to try and keep up with me. I am definitely losing my voice because of the whiskey, that's for sure. If I drink my Southern Comfort, but I can't mix it with that Maker's Mark or whatever brand of whiskey that was. The yeah, there's a lot of damage in there. Yeah, the T13s. I can tell you that doing the calculators, that anytime we're talking about punching up, or what I'm trying to do to help people with the calculators, if the gap is more than 20%, you're gonna lose. All right. The difference between T12s and T13s is greater than 20% all by itself. It's impossible for me to mathematically on paper right now figure out how to get a T12 March to kick a T13's ass on offense. I don't think it is possible. If all things given even the T13 base math is more than a 20% difference, and that puts it into the lose category right off the bat there, like that. So that's where we sit on the T12 T13 deal. But there's not a lot of T13s out there yet, and the people that spend the kind of money for that really should have done it. You know, I had been paying so little attention to certain things. Like, I knew our kingdom wasn't ready for KVK and hasn't been ready, and they're still not ready. So we were trying to stay at 0 stars just so that we can stay within an even match as a kingdom. So what I'll be doing for K592 is, as we go up in kingdom volume, and I did it this last KVK with 621. I had to go sit guard to keep one of our other alliances from kicking 621's ass. We don't want the star. We would have got the star. We wouldn't have gotten the loot because it was a different alliance. It would just fucked us, which is the goal of that alliance. And it's so they're wanting to do king rotations and stuff like that, and the crown rotations. And I'm like, it's not. You can't crown rotate with people who just want. They think they're passing off a popularity stick. They told themselves that I'm where I'm at because I'm popular, and not because I've got people who listen because I actually do what I say I'm going to do. And when I'm wrong, I fix it. And hell, Guns of Glory tried this for almost a year. And this is why we do our rollout of videos differently than we used to where when patch notes come out, they would turn around. We would go out there and look at their patch notes, and then we would find bugs, and we would do videos on the bugs that were in the patch notes. These guys were first one to watch the video. They were hot patching the thing, and then they go in my comments and says, "You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." I'm like, we just shot it on video. Going into the comments and saying I'm wrong doesn't mean that the video lied. I'm not at a run rally stage, man. Here's something you should know about the new kingdoms. Fuck, we got to kill a lot of threats. If you're not going to go out and buy guard XP, you got to kill a buttload of threats. So you're making a Sophie's choice, a stronger airship or stronger guards. Because I'm doing the website stuff, I'm working on stronger guards so that I can have an all things being equal comparison of the guards. That's, yeah, I see what you're saying, but you're right. We'll search 55. What I really need to do is go into some of this estate affairs. Now, this estate affairs is for the new players, is what it's really for. But free XP, free loot is all good. We like that just as much as anybody does. All righty. And then my stamina might be full because I don't, which talent on my list on. See, on my second talent now, I've got everything maxed out for, well, this is where I'm a little disappointed in the level 70 that I reached this week. Is I really would have liked to have had max stamina recovery and instant gather on the same deal. So instant gather is more important so that I can do my dailies. Max stamina recovery, is what it is. Royal Revival. You're talking about a C30? What I'm doing with my other little farm account, one, I went back. When I did the rally things 3 weeks ago, because I killed 60% of a rally in one hit by myself, I had the one cav on there for display purposes. They went in and nerfed those rallies the next day. They put back in rally caps per ship and per rally. So there are damage caps and rallies now. And I think his professor went into one of the line groups and goes, "Your math doesn't work in the rallies anymore." Like I didn't fucking know. I was like, I know what it did do, and I know what it's doing now. I just haven't. It takes time to update this stuff. I got to get this core software done so that when I know something new, it's changing in real time for everybody. So that's why we're doing it differently. We're not putting up Excel spreadsheets and tables. You'll see tables, but we're really doing it with database math now. I'm recreating the game on a website is what I've done. It's stupidly expensive. But inevitably useful. So we're doing it now for this, and they're about to screw KOA over. KOA's, it used to be we followed KOA, and then they flipped the script on that at like 3.3 or something like that. And then we started to come out with new. It was like, well, Guns of Glory is a smaller market than KOA. How about they be the guinea pigs? And so we started getting changes before KOA did. And the lost my complete train of thought. So KOA is about to get our guard update. So all the marches, where we got that? Fuck, I don't even remember. Oh, wait a minute, it's up here. So, is it up there? Oh, I haven't moved it from where it belongs. Shit. I don't even know where it's at on my own website here, guys. Somebody's finding it. The old calculators. They're still up there. But well, you got to be a silver member to look at them. People ask like what the silver member, like things like a C20 to C30 push. How much RSS do you need to make that happen if you have Splendor gear on? If you've bought in Splendor gear, this is really helpful for new kingdoms. Is what that's about. So that you can do a plan ahead if you're doing a single person push or something like that. There's a lot of this stuff that we're doing. And then really over here, I think that's the old one that's up there. I've done so much stuff, but we can go into we can sort this by points. I'm sorry, nope. Oh, hiccups. Okay, so like on a curiosity event, you can go in there and you can find that a Kingmaker, which uses a lot less resources, is more valuable than a Valkyrie. So you want to upgrade your Kingmakers 2 times for less resources for maximum points before you go put your Valkyrie back on. You can always go put your Valkyrie back on, right? You disassemble it, put it back together. This is the disassemble and grow. And all you have to do is look, sort the table and put it up there. I'm doing this coin toss thing in my head. Do I put the event table up there for gear? And the reason I don't want to is the same reason that, well, it's you can't disassemble silver gear. So and what I need to do, and this is one of the things where I should be reaching out, and I need to do it on the forums or something, for somebody to tell me what a star's worth. And that's what I need to be putting up a table. No, for gear. When you add stars to the gear, how much they're worth for an event point because that's not in the game. Nowhere in the game does it tell you what a star is worth, but they're worth stars. They're worth points on equipment day. And I've seen way too many people that are very low spenders put the new gear on and just plow it up as fast as possible. Because in every other game on the planet, gear is very important. Gear, yeah, you got it. And then, oh, here's a dangerous thing, guys. I don't know if you noticed this thing, but you go, and they did this before, and they brought it back onto this button. You know what? We mentioned this in a video yesterday, and did they take it back out? Man, you used to click on that armory, and that upgrade button was right in front of your face. So you see that I got upgrades. But this page was showing up, and like a freaking dumbass, I was clicking the enhance button, not waiting for an event. But a star's worth a lot of event points, and I need to clock it, and I haven't done it because I still think I can remember everything that I see. You know, I used to remember. Right. Yeah, it's huge. So I mean, I got 1 stars here that I can do. And they're huge on stats, so everybody's like, well, shit, I want the 200 freaking troop attack, right? So I got 6 stars on my troop attack. That's 1,200% all by itself. You know, you want it. Why am I stacking troop attack? They're triggering other things off that number, just so we know. So when I go down to the guards, you guys remember from a lot of videos back, I had all purple stats, but I did not have all purple troop attacks. Okay. So I am starting to, so like here's a purple troop health and a distance health and a troop attack. What I would do with this one, and I'm not going to do it now because I don't have the gold today. It's going to cost me somewhere around 150, 160,000 gold to do this. All right. But I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hone, but I'm going to lock the troop health, right? That's the method that I'm talking about right now. Yeah, that's all ego, man. Don't believe the math. It's all ego. The only reason I stacked that troop attack was because it's a trigger number. It's triggering other math someplace else. It's hidden in the game. I don't even know all where at. But I have a feeling it has something to do with some initiatives, and it has something to do with a little bit of defense triggers. As you saw, I took a lot of big hits. You cannot dismantle gems without losing the purple hone. There's no hone on gems. You're talking about in here. You cannot. If you dismantle that weapon, you lose it. It's gone. I did it to myself. I had 2 purple troop attacks on one of those damn things, and I got to go spend. I spent 600,000 gold getting them, and then I took 2 of them down one day, not thinking, because I was talking while I was doing something, and screwed myself. Don't do it. Go to news and recommend, and it's third one down. The stars are? Are they in there now? Have they been in there and I just not know? Equipment score. Not there. Hold on. What were you talking about, Thantos? Thantos, come on in the live chat, man. Come in here and just say something. Thantos. Yeah. Yeah, it's because it's not Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort doesn't affect me this way. I drink Southern Comfort and I'm going to go singing. I don't karaoke either. I sit in with the band. I'm probably one of the only guys who owns 6 guitars, can't play a fucking lick on it. I wanted my whole life to learn to play the guitar. And then finally when I had time, I was disabled and got all this time sitting around, fucking no dexterity or strength in my hands. And quite frankly, cannot just teach my brain to make it sound good. At least sound what I want it to sound like. How many troops are in that strat center? Whose are they? Send a scout, bro. No, no, send a scout to Send a scout to your alliance's fortress. Okay. Well, this is new. This just showed up. So, breaking news! All right. In order to bring you a better gaming experience, I have no problem with the way Darklands has been running. Just so we know, I've been happy with it. I think the matchups have been fairly even. Uh, you know, we've had more players against us than we have active, but we win because I'm active. Yeah, I think it's been pretty good. The specific adjustments are as follows. Registration stage will start at 0 UTC on Tuesday, and in the time of registration remains unchanged. I don't get it. So we're registering later in the week. Is that what it's telling us? Uh, After the battle in Darklands is over, the end time of the settlement stage will be adjusted to UTC 0 on the next Wednesday. Yeah, they need to put an icon on the thing on your screen saying, hey, you got shit to go buy in the store. Uh, that 3-page deep in is kind of a pain in the ass. Because I forget to go get shit out of the store once in a while, and there is some good, useful stuff in there for me. Not a lot of useful stuff, but some good, useful stuff. After the entrance is closed, the curse essence will not disappear. I have no clue how reducing my freaking time to get shit done made my gaming experience better. See, you got to be. For those that don't know, over in GunMuse, if I reviewed a gun, I did not review the gun based on other guns. I reviewed it based on its marketing. You know, I did not go out and grab a gun that was designed for self-defense. And a self-defense interaction happens usually between 3 and 7 feet. Typically, it's usually so butt ass close. It's a hair thing. So if you tell me your gun is made for self-defense, then 7 feet's what I'm going to judge it at. I'm not going to judge it on accuracy, because if you have an accuracy problem at 7 feet, you're dead. You miss something 2 feet wide that's only 7 feet away. Uh, that's panic and fear. It's got nothing to do with the gun. Uh, so we would judge it based on that, on its marketing. It's a great self-defense gun. Now I don't give a shit about your accuracy. Now I care, what happens when the gun is dirty, hadn't been cleaned properly, how much crap is hanging off of it that could hang up on your clothes when you draw the weapon, shit like that. And you never seen that in any magazine article ever before me. I don't even know if anybody does it yet. Still, you know, how much sharp shit is on the side of your gun that's gonna make you dead because your clothing hung up on it. What's it? So there it is. I see it. I just didn't even look. Oh, okay. All right. I will get that table up on the website. Un pronto, because it's a lot easier to read from there anyway. Uh, he always knows where this shit is. Yeah. Right. I don't give a shit what Guns of Glory says. I'll I'll make my own. I'll make it. And then the other thing that we're doing with and while we're talking about this, make my own stuff. 62% of the people on the website are on their phone, and the website's not designed. I have not found a way to make the website phone friendly. So uh, we built all this stuff in the database, and some of this stuff is going to come out for it as an app on the phone. We are going to have an app. The That's in the process. I just hadn't been happy with the discussions. Yeah, CUXS. What is XS? Paper Matthew. Why is everybody always cry laughing? If no one understands what the fuck you're talking about, it wasn't funny. Yeah. Thanatos over here, or not Thanatos, Paper Matthew over here. Gosh, need sleep. Can't listen to this trash. Ha ha. Did I invite my competition to come over to my channel and act like a douche? No. Took it all upon yourself. Hell, you're depriving yourself sleep to act like a douche. I must be in your brain in some way that I don't give a fuck about because you don't put out quality content. Okay, so hold on. Bookmarks. Do I even have you guys bookmarked? I don't even know if I do or not. There you are. You're even on my friends list. Figure that one out. Even though I got. Oh, you moved your fucking fort. I don't know where your fort's at. Why would they do that? What's with? I was gonna send a march from where I'm at. What the fuck is up with Creep doing fucking shit on me again? I'm so glad I got friends like that douchebag me all the time. Yeah. Well, dude, I don't even know if I know where MFA is, to be honest. I really just have not. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys are in bed with them fuckers. I got to remember that all the time. You're kissing cousins over there. Yeah. Next. Oh. Yeah, Lost King went out there and like killed 10 million troops in the kingdom this week just so he could get up above me on the leaderboard and then tried to taunt me to go kill more to get back. I don't give a shit about that leaderboard. The That leaderboard doesn't give me 1 ounce of power. It's actually to my detriment of getting shit done half the time. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Treasure. Let's take a look at some of this stuff right now. Oh, we're freaking smoking the treasure. We're about to pass these guys, aren't we? They're gonna have to come. They're gonna have to come deal with us here very shortly. Everybody's gonna hate us here. Well, see, we got Russia, so they won't be up for a little bit longer. They'll be up shortly. Fucking Moscow time. Yeah, somebody hit the strat center early, took us down like 9K from the 100K that was in there, and then ran away. I didn't even notice they came in. I was so busy doing other shit. Yeah, this is a rather boring KVK, or UAC rather. The I need new friends, right? No, quite frankly, we just needed to separate the friend part from the business side. I needed shit done for business reasons, and I got too comfortable asking them to help me do stuff that was business related, and it was improper to do that. But then they got so butthurt about it. By the time I separated it was too late. The the nothing I can do about it. Nothing I really care. I can't fix it, no matter what happens. Right, Ro? Rochambeau's like the only one that comes back and even makes an effort to talk to me. They're talking about the fact that Creep put the photo thing up, mocking me. Creep. Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of those things where when you create a touchy situation, yeah, don't keep pouring salt on the wound. Yeah. Not hard to realize that, I would think. But it seems to be. The Can everybody hear me okay? Or not? I don't think so. Yeah, but you guys are selling something that screws over the kingdom a little bit. See, the MFA goes like, well, we're not going to join KVK because we're going to take care of Lost King, and then I spend the entire time dealing with Lost King anyway, and they're not a KVK. So it was like, what you really did was made a grand, boisterous freaking thing. The same three guys tried to do something until they couldn't, and at the end of the day, the only one that can kill him now is me. The And I'm not going down that road. The kingdom made its choice. I told them back then, I will deal with this problem now. I will not deal with it in the future. Everybody said, yeah, you're an ass. We're on Lost King's side. Okay. Now he's running around killing everybody in the kingdom, and they're like, my mailbox was full of people asking me to come kill Lost King this week. Why do I care? The PRF got loot boxes from KVK, even though PRF has never positively contributed to the kingdom in any way. I made, what's her name, the first queen, and she tried to screw us ever since, and has never contributed to the kingdom in a positive way in the last 5 months. And everybody can say, well, you're living in the past. No, I'm living in the present. You still haven't contributed, so let me know when you're ready to. I'll tell you where Overkill made him, and Overkill kind of admitted this too. I told Overkill, I said, Overkill, go back and give all the freaking boxes, all the loot, the KVK packs. I said, give them all to MFA. I told him to do that. And then as a pre-warning, you start spreading those out or trying to build bridges, thinking you're going to bring the kingdom together because you're starting to believe the bullshit they told you when they were trying to use them to beat me up, right? They still haven't gotten the fact that that's a lie. It was always a lie. It was never going to be what they wanted to be. I said people would understand better if you gave the packs to your own alliance than spreading them out. And quite frankly, I think, if we're going to do the rotation of kings, I'm going to have to be very careful with that for a little while. Because if we wind up, I'm going to pick the king. I didn't give Overkill warning that he was going to be king. I picked Overkill literally, hour 4 into the KVK. And because I asked him to take over a tower and get some players in it. And man, he was right there. He did it. Took command, got his shit done. So, he put his shit on the line. He brought other people in there to do it with him. And that's all I've asked of anybody in this stuff. I get it. Nobody wants to lose troops, and I understand that the game has screwed up the math so much that they make it hard to build the community portion of the effort like it used to be. It used to be you could replace your KVK troops in 10 days. It's now 4 to 6 weeks. So we've got to come up with different approaches. I'm wondering if I'm about to bomb it. Hold on. We got to come. Yeah. Well, that's one where we got up to the point where the last time KR and UAC where I got zeroed is because I fell asleep at the computer and logged off in farm gear. And well, that don't fucking count. Oh, I see a red line. Oh, somebody gonna punt him out of the forest. Oh, that's fucking, look at that shit. That wasn't smart. How's that march one way or another? Bring that shit on, man. Let's cause some excitement. Fucking scouts. That's not my castle. Oh, you mean reinforce? No. I don't care. Have a little castle all you want. Ain't but 20,000 troops in there. Terrorizing. KC is contributing. Yeah, they see. Yeah. I got a plan for my little mini me. I want us to have an alliance where you're not allowed to go to C30. And just have people come to the kingdom, and we're going to play C29s and below, and we're going to do all the no loss events with that. I think it'd be fun. Which means you got to use teamwork to beat C40s and C41s. Can I drink some water? Does it look like I'm about to puke like I feel like I'm about to puke? Yeah. Yeah. Room is spinning. Woo! Dude, I just drank a fifth. And I didn't realize I was drinking it that fast. Yeah. Now I'm shaking like a son of a bitch. And the room is spinning. Man down. Man, I don't even like Maker's Mark. It's just the wife gets it because I think because the bottle's pretty to her. For whiskeys, I like Southern Comfort, and then I could just as easily drink freaking Johnny Walker Blue, but I like Scotch. A lot of people don't like Scotch. They like the word Scotch. They like to get a glass of my $30 a glass Scotch, and then to watch them freaking choke it down makes me go, wow, I'm so glad I gave you that. You hated every second of it. Yeah, because to most people, Scotch tastes like gasoline because they are drinking it too fast. You got to let Scotch roll off the back of your tongue and slide down your throat. Wow. Oh. Mm. Did I not bring a cold water over here? Yes, I did. Oh, let's look and see what's going on here. Do we have anybody trying to take some of our stuff yet? No. Dude, we've got 4 players that are capable of taking hits like I am now. It's just we needed time. It's I'm just now getting my T6s in order, and it's still not enough. The that was a debate we were having on YouTube earlier. It's like, well, I got 17 million troops. You got 17 million high-end troops. How would you feel if I had freaking 45 million T3s and it burned every one of your 17 million up trying to get to my castle? It's $250 a march. It's real easy to have those great big numbers, and then you're going to find out that a lot of people will just never get challenged because you're like, oh, he's 17 billion powers. Everybody runs away.
See, once we go up against something like that, you know, I'm not ready for it yet, but when we are ready for that kind of stuff, I'm going to sit out in the damn forest. Come get me. Run your maggots. We're going to have a kill count like we used to when we were in 362. It's going to be 25, 30 million people. One day. Those have been following me for a long time. Which kingdom in I? Kingdom 592. Man, we'd like to invite you guys. Because I'm on guard duty there, Tom. I'm doing the shitty job of guarding my freaking alliance. Yeah. It's a shitty job. It's got to be done right. Yeah. Yeah. Post it up on the KC, man. We'll throw it up on the live for everybody. Who's the 3-year-old prisoner? Guys, because of facial recognition software that's out there and available today, do not post pictures of your children in public. They will run it through the damn Facebook. They will figure out where the fuck you are. And quite frankly, they'll know what school it is. If they decide to target your child, they will get information that Google freely provides. Don't do that. That's dangerous. I think my drunk is kicking in there, Ro. Well, first of all, he's got shitty guards that he's sending. He's sending them every time. They're infantry guards. I may have to end this live here shortly. Yeah. Wish there was a way to pass off control of the whole live to somebody else. Tom, go start a live up, man. We'll dump everybody onto your live. But you speak German. Why don't you do a live? Can you speak English, Tom? Yeah. Oh, that happens to me every week. Yeah. Skippy, would Could you get ready to place the warehouse, please? Well, we're in number one, aren't we? Okay. Uh, just because we don't want to disappoint people, let's go out and do some hunting. Let's go to the guys that are in number second place. Oh, shit. Yeah, something else you shouldn't do drunk. Fucking go risk all your money. I'm shaking. Yeah. All right. Well, the long-term strategy plan that I have in place for influencers, the fact that you speak German and operate out of German is a good thing because I've got a tidal wave method of dumping traffic on new reports out. I buffed. Arch caps up. Right now, one of the ways I get my traffic up so big that you guys, dirty little secret is I do translations into Hindi. Uh, well, there wasn't shit in there. Mm. All right. Let me see if I can find. Not what I want. This is what I want. People, the number one thing people ask for is where do these numbers from, the how many points per minute come from? It's your total alliance's plundered treasure divided by 5,000. So you win by points. Treasure turns into points. Man, if I thought I could puke right now, I'd go do it, come right back. I'd be raring to go after a good puke. Puke and rally. Yeah, come on here for Wonky. Fucking Wonky doesn't make it through the first half of the fifth. Yeah, I don't know what fucking fell off, man. No telling. You guys can kick this 177's ass pretty easily. Just hadn't tried. You don't need me for this. Hell, that guy had 1,300 top stat guarding his fucking palace or this fortress. I just realized what my damn UAC modifier, I wasn't even paying attention to that. 9309 freaking top stat. Troop attack. Yeah. 9,309. It's a gobsmacker. All right. Who looks at a king speaker anymore, Spod? All fucking day long, Darth Vader. Can a C-35 defeat a C-41? Yes, all day long. We got C-30. We got C-32s that do it. Yep. Lost King stats are just below mine, and the C-32 in my alliance beat him. It's formations matter. I used that term in the alliance chat the other day. I was like, I don't understand how come I'm losing to this. Formations matter. Yeah. All right. I think everybody can see me sitting there shaking, so I am going to end this before I do something like pass out on film and we get 12 hours of me freaking rolling around in my own vomit. Yeah. Who knows? Probably. I oh, okay. Yeah. Uh, ooh. Mm. Stop drinking. I did stop. See? I can't drink anymore. There's nothing left. It's just kicking in. How long have I been on? 2 hours. So it took 2 hours. It took a couple hours for that to kick in. Yeah. My tolerance of alcohol is very, very high. You don't hear me slurring my words, or do you? Maybe I just don't notice. Can't think. Oh yeah, it screws up my freaking vocal cords. And it depends on the liquor. What you drink makes a big difference to how it affects you. Yeah. Right now I'm freezing and I can't maintain my freaking temperature. So I'm going to go crawl under some blankets, even though I'm in the desert. Like 90 degrees out there today. And I appreciate you guys showing up, man. Man, you YouTuber guys, I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to make it so you guys can get paid. And I know that people think that adversaries makes money, but I promise you it doesn't. The the we're trying to figure out the adversary that right now is the people that want to turn around and pay you $200 for an intro video. I turn down and laugh at that crap for a reason. The don't don't if I don't chase it, you shouldn't be either. The All right, Darth. Man, I appreciate you showing up. Thanks everybody. And everybody, especially Rochambeau, Skippy, Thantos, Who else? Who else snuck in here that I don't know about? 𝙂𝙪𝙣𝙈's still here. Hadn't said anything forever. 𝙂𝙪𝙣𝙈, did you beat me on the pass out? 𝙂𝙪𝙣𝙈. What? I never finished that.